Hello friend, today we are going to discuss the implementation of circular queue. So now in the previous lecture we had seen the types of queue. There are mainly three types of queues: circular queue, double-ended queue and priority queue. So friend, what is the circular queue? Circular queue is a linear data structure in which the operations are performed on the first in first out principle, and the last position is connected back to the first position to make a circle, so that the circular key is also known as the ring buffer. So friend, now in this today's hands-on session we are going to discuss about the implementation of a circular queue. So in this program you go through that algorithm that are discussed in the previous lecture. So in the circular queue there are two main functions are there: insert function and delete function. The insert function is also known as the enqueue function, and the delete function is also known as the dequeue function. So now friend, the basic requirement is that we include the standard input output file, then we define the constant variable that are passed to the size of the array. So I define the max of 3. That means I assign the 3 size to the max variable and I pass this max to the array index. So here CQARR is the variable of type integer of size 3. Then there is the two variable front and rear that assign the value -1. So now in the insert function, the insertion function, here we pass the argument to that insert function. So item is passed to that insert function. So first check the condition front equal to 0 and rear equal to max -1, or front equal to rear plus 1. If this condition is true, then we say that the queue is overflow. So friend, when we write the circular queue program, then the algorithm is follow. From that algorithm we write the program from the circular queue. So friend, when we insert an element into the circular queue, first we check the overflow condition of the queue. So if the front value equal to 0 and rear equal to max -1, or front equal to rear plus 1, then we say that the queue is overflow. Otherwise it will check if the front equal to -1. If the front value equal to -1, then we assign 0 to front and 0 to rear. Now in the else part, if the rear equal to max -1, then we assign the 0 value to the rear. Otherwise we increment a rear pointer by 1 and we assign the value atom to the particular CQARR of rear. That means we assign the atom to the circular queue. This is the insertion function in a circular queue. Now we seen the deletion function in a circular queue. So when we delete an element from the queue, first we check the queue is underflow or not. So we check the condition. If front equal to -1, then we print that the queue is underflow and return. Then otherwise the element deleted from the queue is %d CQARR of front. That means deleted element is at the front position of the circular queue. Then if the front equal to rear, then we set that -1 value to front and -1 value to rear. Now in the else part, if the front equal to max -1, then we assign 0 value to front. Otherwise we increment the front pointer by 1. So this is the deletion function of a circular queue. Then next one is the display function. This display function is common to all the data structure. That means in the stack, in the queue, linked list, and also the circular queue. So we display the element of a circular queue with the help of this display function. So in this definition we declare two variable, front POS and rear POS, and we assign the value front POS, front to the front POS and rear to the rear POS. So check that if the front equal to -1, then we say that the queue is empty. Otherwise we print the queue element. If the front position is less than equal to rear position, and while the front position is less than equal to rear position, we print the element from the circular queue. So here printf %d CQARR of front POS, and we increment the front POS by 1. Else while front POS is less than max -1, then we again print the CQARR of front position, and we increment front position by 1. Now we assign the front position equal to 0, and while the front position is less than equal to rear position, then we again print the CQARR of front position, and we increment the front pointer by 1. So this is the display function of the circular queue. Now in the main function, this program is a menu driven program, so we write the choices of the program. So here we declare two variable, choice and atom of integer. Now here first is the insertion function, second is the deletion function, third is the display function, and fourth is the quit function. Now I use the do while loop. So in that do loop, print, enter your choice, %d %choice, and we pass this choice to the switch case. If the program is menu driven, then we use the switch statement in our program. So case 1, input the element from insertion in a queue. Here we input the atom, that element we are inserted into the queue, and we pass that atom to the insert function and break from this case. Second case is the deletion. Deletion have no argument because we deleted the already existing element from the circular queue and break from this switch statement. Now third case is the display function, and we break from this switch statement. Now the default statement, if you entered the choice wrong, so it will be give the result wrong choice. So here is the while loop, while choice is not equal to 4, then it will be exit from that loop and return 0. So this program is implement the circular queue with the help of the C language. So friend, you have to write this program, whole program. I give the assignment in today's lecture to write the circular queue program, apply all the operation on it, insertion, deletion and display, and send to this assignment to me. Thank you friend.
मम्मी